Here we are.
We're back again for episode 12.
And the title is?
Something that I forgot. I need more joy. No.
I'm ready for joy?
Shit.
It's about joy. It's all about joy.
What did we say? What did we say we were going to do? I need more joy?
I
want more joy.
I want more joy. I need more joy. It doesn't matter. It's about joy.
So we start over? Let's start over.
No, this is perfect.
What? Really?
Yes, let's go. So,
Okay. That's so funny. Okay. Yes.
let's talk about joy.
I will talk about joy till the cows come home. I love it.
All right.
Yes. What you got?
Well, my question would be, what is joy?
That's a different definition from every person. Don't you think?
No, I don't think. I think it's the same definition, but it feels
and
and looks
what
different.
represents joy. Yeah, what is joy compared to other things?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is joy? Joy is a state.
It is. It's a state
feeling.
of being.
Yes,
it's a state of being.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Happiness, and which I think a lot of people will mistake happiness for joy for happiness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so happiness tends to be more situational, transactional, conditional.
Yes.
I won, or I got to, or I had this experience, or I saw that, or I found, it is always around something that has happened that creates happiness.
Right.
But joy is a state of being that can be present in the absence of those, or be present as a result of those, right?
Yeah.
Because it's cumulative. Joy is cumulative. And so
I like that.
Yeah. So I think of joy as a state of being.
I do too.
Yeah.
I live it, I feel it, and it makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's and I can feel happiness, but that's usually a conditional thing. Yeah, I'm happy because it can be I'm joyful because too, but true pure joy is from within. It looks different for different people, but that is so deep inside our soul, I feel like.
I think for me, I often felt like I couldn't connect to joy, and we can talk about the why of that. But I would see other people, and I really thought that joy had to be loud. It was the people who were laughing the loudest or having the biggest party, and that was never going to be me.
No, right.
And I oftentimes felt really disconnected from this kind of idea of, well, I'm not joyful. I could be happy, but I'm not joyful.
Wow.
And I've learned that that's not true for me.
No, it's not. I just have a different definition, probably.
I experience joy very differently.
Yeah. How do you experience it?
So for me, joy are those moments of awe. And I say this to you all the time.
You're a crier with
I'm
the
a
awe.
crier with
Yes.
the awe. And what I've learned is that represents my truest level of being present.
Yes.
That I am in my body, in my space, in the moment. And when I am there, whether it is a wonderful conversation with a friend or being in Gaudi's church in Spain and looking at the amazing thing it is truly being present in the moment for me that I access that core joy, that state of being of joy. And I do laugh loud, but that's me having fun. That's not necessarily a representation
of linked to joy for you.
Yeah. How about for you?
It's almost, I'm thinking as you're talking, it's like two separate processes for me. I feel it over the tiniest moments, and it doesn't have to be anything other than, oh, this feels so good to sit here, or just reflecting on my life or all the wonderful gifts, and it's so full. But I'm such an external processor that I even say it out loud when I'm alone. And I do end up saying I'm so happy. Like I remember going on a trip with my friend Jen to Montreal. It was like a 36-hour trip beginning to end. And we were out so late dancing. We climbed into bed at like 4 a.m. in our hotel. This was a long time ago, obviously. And I just pulled the covers and go, I'm so happy. I'm so content. I'm so I am full. My heart's full. And I have these moments all the time. I couldn't always say that in my life. Absolutely. And it's also this knowing that no matter what glitches happen in my life, anything that's unpredictable. I know that's at my core, that I'm this joyful person who I need so little to go there. And I'm now, I used to be very apologetic. I still am somewhat of my exuberance, because it's kind of hard for me to regulate the excited emotions. I get excited over nothing. It's very hard for me to be disappointed. It's this contented, satisfied awe of my journey, of people, of love, of the moment. And it's one of my favorite things to think about, to be aware of, to talk about. I may not be able to stop right now. I'm going to keep going. It is such a gift to be able to fully feel joy. And I don't ever take an ounce of it for granted, because I didn't have it for so long in my life. And now it's like it's here and I want to milk it.
Well, I like that you say that. It's because, we've been saying it's a state of being. It's not fleeting.
Right.
Once you get there,
Yeah.
right, you are registering all the things that are right in the world, in your life, right? Even though the things in the world might be falling down around us.
Yeah.
What is right in your emotional regulation, in your physical regulation, in your body? It's that ability to have gratitude. It's that ability to be...
To appreciate, to notice, and to notice the good things in spite of anything negative that's in your face. Is to have perspective. It's all of those things that are, what a gift to be able to experience that.
Yeah.
I love it.
And what joy does to you is like it inoculates you against disappointment.
Love that.
Sadness.
It inoculates you. Oh my gosh.
It inoculates you against, it builds your resilience. That's the other way to say it.
But I love that.
But it inoculates you against depression, against, sadness or resentment. When you are truly joyful.
Truly joyful.
Truly joyful. When you can sit in that, it just takes that edge off of.
And very seldom do you feel like a victim.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Because you're not.
No,
right?
You're not, and you don't feel like you are.
Correct.
You have this awareness like, that feels a little uncomfortable. That's not how I typically feel. I need to address this, or you adjust. But you don't feel like, oh my gosh, look what just happened to me. And then that happened to me, and he's doing this and she's doing that. That is just not existent for me anymore. There might be moments of it, but they just kind of soften and the joy bubbles up. And it not every moment, and it's not about every single moment, but it's this undercurrent of okayness for me,
I love that, okayness, right?
Yeah.
Because when we talk about why people don't experience joy, and I could talk about for myself, right? When I would think to myself, well, I'm not that. I'm never, I'm never the loudest laugher in the room. I'm never yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
But and I'm never going to be the one that's partying to that degree. And so I judged myself, right? Because that's what I do really well. I judge myself. But and coming to learn that joy is not that. But why could I not really feel it? And it's about safety.
Yeah.
It is always about nervous system regulation, because our body, our brain, our nervous system prioritizes safety over pleasure.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Safety over joy. And so when we are in a chronic state of stress, we don't have access to joy, which is why we can go for so, long periods without really having that connection to joy.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the times growing up that were just so sad, so desperate, so victim, and how I would look at other people and just wonder, how are you there? And it would almost irritate me.
Yeah.
And I wish I could, show myself back then, like it gets so much better.
Yeah.
And and that disconnect, and I wasn't safe. And even after trauma ends, we've talked about it, things continue. Your brain is still wired to respond in certain ways. and I didn't know that I wasn't, I didn't have any awareness. And that's just not a good feeling, to not feel safe and not know what to do about it.
Right.
And yes, I feel perpetually, eternally safe now in my body, in my environment, and knowing that I can change something if I need to in order to get back to what I deserve.
Absolutely. And I oftentimes we'll see it as chasing joy or chasing happiness, and we run
Yeah.
from one accomplishment or one gain or one,
Well, I've done that too.
a lot of dopamine things, right? But it is, well, if I have this, then I'll be that.
Yeah.
I have this, if I do this, then I'll be that. If I achieve this, then I'll be that.
Yes, but then it's like, what's the next? What's the next?
What's the next?
And I wanted to change my name. You remember, to Joy Chaser?
Yes, Joy Chaser.
But it's a different meaning for me now than before. And I still do some things. I still have, but it's not. It doesn't need to be all the time. It can be a one-off thing that I'm going to do. But now it's just about, for me, of chasing my joy is like following my bliss. Yes. And that's different. Follow my bliss. Does that light me up? I'm going to continue it because I deserve to feel joyful. Yeah. And I know how to now. But a lot of people are living in survival mode and stuck. And as a result, you don't feel safe. So there's this disconnect of true joy underneath. Some people don't feel like, are you kidding? Do you know all the things in my life? I'm not. That is not a luxury that I can afford right now.
Right.
Well,
and I love that you said deserve. If deserve is such an important part of this, yes. We oftentimes don't believe that we deserve to be happy or to be joyful or to have or to be.
Yes.
Because we don't feel worthy, because we sit with a lot of shame, because we don't feel enough the way that we are. And the reality is, I deserve to be joyful. I deserve to sit in a place where I love myself and I love my life and I love who I am. Right?
Yes.
We all deserve that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And we've gotten messages from the past, or it just hasn't been your experience. If you've never had it, you don't know what it's supposed to feel like.
Well, if you don't feel safe, you can't get there.
Correct.
Yeah. So, we talk about this being nervous system regulation to get safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes I wonder, I ask people, what would be different if you were truly joyful? What happens if you feel truly joyful? Because you can't even imagine what it would be like. And a lot of people don't have any clue.
Right. They have no context. They haven't experienced it. Or some people have, but it has led to disappointments. And they don't dare let themselves get that happy, that joyful, because that means when the other shoe drops, it's going to be even more disappointing and crushing. I've had that conversation. I think I used to feel that a little bit, and I don't anymore, because I know I want to let me build up my expectation, my excitement, because I know I can handle disappointment now. But a lot of people can't get to that point. Whether, like we said, they've never experienced it, they don't know, or it's I'm too afraid of getting that happy because someone's going to let me down, or I can't sustain it and it will hurt too much.
And that's that loss of hope. And it feels like hope is a part of joy, because joy just perpetuates hope. When you are joyful, you always have hope that things are going to. And so I am on that, let me get as big and as excited as I possibly can, because that energy will fill me up and support me, even if it doesn't come to fruition.
It's so true. And I'm a full believer that what you focus on, you find, whether you want it or not.
Yes.
I have experienced that. And so we can focus on the negative. It's probably going to bring some more negatives, or the what ifs. But if something's going to let you down anyway, you've missed out on a whole chunk of fun, of joy, of amazing excitement, that you could have at least felt that. But instead, you're protecting yourself. And then you feel like crap anyway, where instead it's just, the more you can put that vibration out of anticipation and like that mental rehearsal of something going right. I do that usually right before I go to bed all the time. I picture something going well. It's a mental rehearsal. And we know from a lot of research, like athletes mentally rehearse their routines.
Absolutely.
Or whatever, and they have better outcomes. And so why don't we consider including that, of rehearsing joy?
So, and that's what journaling does as well. When you write it, when you externalize it from the brain into your journal on a piece of paper, right, you are actually setting intention. And it creates a process for that experience. So, so again, we know we have to get safe to really be able to tap into joy. And so let's talk about some of the ways that we can regulate our nervous system to get ourselves ready for joy.
Oh, I like that. Let's prep for joy.
Right.
Okay.
Because joy is going to be last on that, right? It's going to be safety. It's going to be, you know, needs met. It's going to be all these other things. And joy is going to be last on that.
Yeah. And it needs to be such a priority for us because it makes everything else so much better.
100%.
And a lot of times if we're in survival mode, I don't know, I had a vision of like a young new mom, not getting any sleep and figuring out everything or going to work as well and everything. And the last thing they can think of is I'm going to be joyful because they're depleted. And yet, if you could truly have joy, it makes all those things so much more effortless and more fulfilling. And you have more to give other people too. It's worthwhile to put that on the top of the priority list.
You're taking conditions off things, right? I don't have to be perfect to be joyful.
Yes.
Joy and perfection are not necessarily in the same bucket. They're separate. So, all right. So I am an Eden energy medicine practitioner, and one of the things that Eden energy medicine and TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, talk about are the radiant circuits. Those are meridians in your body that actually move joy, and they are there. So they call them radiant circuits, and they just bring joy into the body, into yourself.
Love it.
And so I am not going to show us how to do all of them here because I have to stand up and I have to go through them. But they are on my website, and there's a video, and it's 5 to 10 minutes because you actually have to do them.
They are phenomenal.
Right. And you're tracing things. You're tracing meridians on your body. And Eden Energy Medicine offers a class all about them. So that's a great thing. Okay. But there are some things that we can really do to connect to our body about what is happy, what makes us joyful. And so there is a tap, and you've probably seen me. Anytime I get into that place of awe and I have those big emotions come up, you'll see me also tap. Anytime I'm getting teary-eyed, I start tapping. Well, right here, it's your third eye. So if you come to your third eye, and wherever it feels, you'll feel a little dent.
Between your eyebrows, a little above.
Between your eyebrows and between, and you can feel a little of an indent. If you tap this when you are feeling joy, so if you have a wonderful memory, or you hear a baby's laugh, or you see, a dog stealing a kid's ice cream. I saw that the other day, and the dog just joyfully eating that ice cream, right? Tap that
while you're experiencing,
while you're thinking about it, experiencing it. And what you're doing is you're anchoring that memory into your brain, into your body, and you are anchoring in joy, right?
That is incredible.
It is. It is such a good thing.
So easy too.
It's so easy to do. And then when you're feeling depleted, come back up here and tap and get.
And do you need to think about that memory while you're doing it, or no? You just do it and it's already there.
Do it.
It's an anchor
because you've anchored it.
I love that.
And it'll come back up. It'll come back up. It'll come back up. Right. So I always say, do it a couple of times. Think about it and think.
Okay.
Think about the baby's laugh.
Tap, tap, tap.
Think about the church. Think about whatever you're thinking about.
Yep.
But the other thing is, when you're in a moment of awe, tap your body, and that's the one you see me do. And I'll be careful on my microphone, but
I know
I'll tap into my body. I'll tap here and just let that emotion roll.
Yeah.
And when you do this, you're regulating that emotion, but you're tapping it into your body, and that is so important in being able to connect to that joy.
I love it.
Some other ones that are really great. Happy baby. It's the yoga pose, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spare everybody. Happy yoga.
Happy baby.
Happy baby.
Yeah.
But it's a yoga pose, right? And so it's where you grab your big toes and you rock up and
while you're laying on your back.
Laying on your back, and you rock back and forth. Happy baby is such a joyful pose.
It feels really good when
really good when you do it. And it helps calm the nervous system. And so that is but so is butt up in the air. Do you know that child's pose when you get down
Yeah.
and you put your bottom up in the air?
Yep.
That's also, and we've all seen our little infants sleeping in bed because it feels so good.
Yep.
With their little head turned, their bottom up in the air.
So she's up there. It's so cute.
Such a good. It is child's pose, and
That's
it's a joy pose. Both of those poses they're inversions of each other, but they bring in joy.
That's great.
Other things that bring in joy, dancing.
Okay.
No, I'm speaking your language.
Yes, you are. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you are dancing, you are actually making figure eights, and figure eights, right? They calm the nervous system. They get the brain, the two hemispheres of the brain connected together, but they actually
figure eights with your hands.
Figure eights with your hands.
Yeah.
But you're doing it with your body. When you dance, when
you're
moving
your
your
hips are
hips and your hips and your shoulders, and everything is moving in this figure eight pattern. And that replicates DNA. It replicates nature. It replicates. And so we are in that flow. And when we're in that flow doing that,
it's like delicious.
It's delicious.
Yes.
Oh, yummy. It's all
feels
those
so
good words.
Right.
Right. Music, right? Playing any kind of music. You're getting that vibration in your body. You're getting things moving.
Yeah.
So I think about joy as movement, less big laughter, but about kind of being in a flow.
Yeah.
And when you're in the flow, when you're in alignment, things move.
Yes.
Right?
And things line up for you more, and things become more effortless. Yes.
So I just want us to be encouraged not to think that joy is outside of us. Even if we can't access it on a regular basis, when we get safe, we can access joy.
And that is a really helpful thing to remember. Because a lot of people focus externally on, I can't be joyful because this is happening. Everything's external that's happening, so that can't equate to joy. Instead of just focusing on, I don't feel safe right now.
Yeah.
And you have a little bit more control over that. You don't have control over some of the external things, most of them, but you can have control by practicing these things of feeling safe, and then you can see what's possible.
Yes.
And just start small.
Right. And give yourself the language, right? That language of, I get to, or even if, right? Give yourself
I get to have been using lately. Like I have to go shopping and I don't love shopping. I have to go shopping to get ready for this. And I did out loud. I do a lot of out loud.
I do.
Must look at me and say, but I'm like, oh, I get to go shopping. I have the ability to go do this. I get to go to work. I get to do my laundry so I can have clean sheets. I get to reframes everything, and you feel a shift when you do that.
Well, one gives us control, the other is happening to us.
Yes.
Right. And so you don't feel any more safe than when you feel in control.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why it shifts.
Yeah.
And I get to is just one of those magic things. And even if you can't say I get to go grocery shopping, if you can't see that ever working, you do get to say, oh, I get to get milk for my coffee, and I love my coffee.
Right.
So sometimes we can just shift it into the direct, right? Oh, I have to change my sheets, but it could be, oh, I get to sleep in clean sheets tonight. Right. It's finding that thing that is going to make you feel good.
Yeah. And something you might have to go more general.
Right.
But something that does work, that you can wrap your head around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love that.
All right. So we're at that time again.
Ooh, okay. That went fast.
That did go
Okay.
fast. Yeah.
All right. Miss April, I have a joke for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's another sentence one, just letting you know. All right. I have to prep it right so I say it right. I was going to tell you a time travel joke, but you didn't get it.
I got it. I got it.
Well,
That's not bad.
It's that took me a while when I heard that one. I didn't get it about it getting it, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
I got it.
So did you get
it? I got it.
You look so pleased.
I do. Well, I don't always get them. That one I
My
got.
favorite part of the whole episode.
I know.
Thank you, though. This was good. Like joy away. Woo!
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
Thanks.